Getting any sound.
No.
We're just talking to ourselves at this point. This is a train wreck. This is a train wreck. Okay, you said no sound. How about now?
Can you hear me?
How about
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Hello, hello.
Yes,
Thanks, Jerry.
there we go. Okay. One more time from the top. Anyway, for those of you that are new, feel free to drop your questions into the chat at any time. We have some questions that were submitted ahead of time. And usually we like to start with those
This
first.
feels like a Monday, but it's Friday.
Oh, we're staggering through this week, folks.
Yeah, it's been busy. You probably missed it. I had family in town. We went camping with 2 young kids. It's been a really busy week trying to entertain /
We went to Canyonlands National Park in southern Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, sorry for the technical difficulties here. We tried a new setup today. That's what we get for trying a new setup. Just should have stuck with the old setup. The new setup did us wrong.
Did us dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So move this over so we can see your.
No, I can't hear. There we go.
There we go. Okay.
Now I can.
Yeah. So let's just get started with questions. We're already running late over here. We appreciate your patience. You know, is what it is. Okay. First question was from Todd. I'll start. I'll ask Todd's questions. All right. So, as your most ardent and committed tribe member, thank you, Todd. I'm gonna skip through some of that just for brevity. How about turning the camera around at some point to give us a behind the scenes, the workout studio, what goes into the videos? Inquiring minds want to know. Thanks, Todd. What do you think, Claudia?
I don't see why not.
Well, we've done it in the past, but it's been a while, and our setup has definitely changed since the last time.
Yeah.
This is the last time we did it. Just to kind of give everybody maybe a high-level idea what goes on. So our garage is converted into our video studio. We're not parking any cars in there, just all permanent studio. And then let's see, when we get done shooting, just to shoot one video, probably takes a couple hours to shoot one video, not to mention the planning that goes into it ahead of time. And then we upload all the raw content to my brother Matt, who lives in the Philippines, and he's our video editor. And it takes him anywhere between 12 to 20 hours to edit one video. And he sends it back to me, and I go through it. And then we have, I'd say probably all in. You're talking like.
Do you really want to see the whole process?
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty. It doesn't sound very interesting.
Do you want to see me with screaming children trying to get ready for these video shoots?
Right.
Yeah.
Like hurrying up and trying to.
Hurry up! The babysitter's coming.
Yeah, and then we have and then we coordinate it all with our babysitter because we have our 7-month-old and our 4-year-old now. So we need a sitter so that we can shoot.
Right.
But I'd be happy to do like a little behind the scenes. I feel like you'd probably be disappointed. It's probably sounds a lot cooler than it really is.
Yeah, very uneventful, but we'll do it, sure.
Let's see. In the chat, I think we did have a question before.
We did. We had Sandor from Hungary. Wedding anniversary today. Happy anniversary.
Question. Question from Sandor. How can you continually motivate yourself and each other to provide such a quality service? That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Because 1,600 videos in, it definitely gets harder to stay motivated.
Right. And because we don't see you all, right? We're essentially just talking into a camera. But I think for me, what motivates me to continue to do this is that I know the impact that it has when I read comments. So between the HASfit Facebook tribe group, which is super motivating and super engaging. So I think really just seeing them.
Yeah, feedback really helps, right? Because it's like we don't get like if we were like teaching a class in person, you get like real time feedback. But comments are really inspiring and motivating to us. The Facebook tribe group is, just like the sweet little emails we get throughout the week. That really helps.
Yeah.
And then the same thing with we talk about in the workout videos, which is like focusing on your why, so like, I think that helps us nail that down too, because we know that these videos are really making an impact. So,
Right.
that helps as well.
So in short, our motivation essentially is you all.
Yeah, I was gonna say that pretty much answers it.
Because let me tell you, there are days when we do shoot and I'm like, why are we doing this again? But again, it's just,
yeah, finding that energy can be a challenge.
Yeah, but you all definitely. So thank you.
So let's see. So somebody said, I had the feed and lost it. Oh, sorry to hear that. Hope you're all still there. Let's see. From Pilar, he said, I don't like to go. Pilar, I'm sorry.
Is a she. Yes.
My apologies.
Pilar.
She said, I don't like going to gyms. Do you think I can gain a good amount of lean muscle using your muscle building programs? Can I add additional glute workouts on leg days? Also, I find that during squatting, my feet tend to go naturally into a wide stance. Do you have any suggestions for me to squat? I work out barefoot and on carpet when lifting weights. So a couple different kind of questions. So let me start with the first one. Claudia, do you think you can gain a fair amount of lean muscle exercising at home?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's it. You have it, folks.
You can. You just have to have an array of weights to be able to progressively, what they call progressive overload. So if you are continuing to challenge yourself on the weights, increasing the weights as you get stronger, maybe think every 4 to 6 weeks, maybe increase the weight, then yes, you can definitely gain muscle. You don't have
continue to
over time.
Yeah, I think that's probably with the muscle building program. I think that's probably like the biggest mistake that I see people using is like, and one of the key indicators for me that's a mistake somebody's using is when they say like, oh, it's not challenging enough for me, or like, oh, you're taking too long of breaks. Well, that lets me know you're just not using enough weight. Because if you're using, adequate weight and really pushing the resistance used, then you want every second of that break. But like if you're using little 2-pound dumbbells and you've been using the same 2-pound dumbbells forever and you're scared to increase your weight, then no, you're not going to get anything out of it.
Right.
So like you need to continue to, as Claudia said, progress in that weight.
But also for females, it's really hard to gain muscle as well. So if you want to gain muscle, you'll have to eat at a calorie maintenance or even a little bit more food, which can be scary for ladies. If you really, by food, I mean eating more protein to help you build that muscle. But you definitely can. You just have to work maybe just a little bit harder to do that.
Question 2 from Pilar. Can I add additional glute workouts on leg days?
Yes, you definitely can.
All right, well, that's it.
And then I even recommend it. I mean, I think adding glute-specific workouts to your strength training days is very beneficial.
And let's see. And then the last one was, during squatting, my feet tend to go naturally into a wide stance. Do you have any suggestions for me to squat?
Wide stance is fine. Whatever feels most comfortable for you, whatever helps you prevent, your knees from collapsing in. You don't have to have a narrow stance. Pick a stance that just feels good for you.
Yeah.
That helps you prevent any, low back pain or any butt wink or any valgus, again, with your knees caving in on one another.
And it sounds like extra work on your glutes is a goal, which is why you asked about it. And so actually a wider squat stance is going to give you like more hamstring glute activation, where a narrow stance is going to be more quadricep activation. So it's probably best for you anyway, like to align with your goals of getting some extra glute work. So
yeah, for sure. So yeah, there's definitely nothing wrong with that. But squatting, definitely warm up your hips. You maybe want to do a couple ankle mobility drills before squatting, just to kind of help you warm all of that up.
And then let's see. So D hosts, love your answer to Sandar's question. And yes, your videos are great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're impacting so many people in great ways. We try. We can always do better. And then Lee says, love you guys. My wife takes you on vacation with us. Oh, that's good. I wish we could literally go on vacation. I feel like that would be more fun, but you know,
yeah,
this is what it is.
please take us on
And
vacation.
Sandar, thank you for your response and motivation. We hope it will last for a long time. So do we. Well, you know, I'm like 7, 8 years in. I don't even. It's hard to keep track. 7, 8 years in at this point. So still going.
Oh, HASfit?
Yeah. Sandor, my wife has a broken abdominal muscle. Do you have any training that, sorry, I have like a screen in the way here. Do you have any training
that you recommend from your repertoire?
Broken abdominal muscle. I'm not sure
what you mean by that.
Yeah, what you mean by that?
Torn?
Is there like is it a tear? How did she tear it? More context would be helpful. Otherwise, I wouldn't necessarily feel comfortable giving advice without maybe a little more information. That being said, more times than not, just rest. I mean, if it's a tear, you don't want to do much to it until it's healed, and then you can go back through and you can strengthen. Let's see. Next question. This was submitted previously from Boomer Warrior. Would like your input. 2 rest days. The 2 rest days you recommend on the monthly calendars. I am starting training to become an actual runner, and soon will need to be running at least 3 days a week. On the off days from running, I will be doing the workouts on the motive calendars. Obviously, it'll take me longer than a month to complete all of the workouts due to the running training. I don't think I can have 2 rest days per week, more like 1. Can that be enough?
Well, lucky for you.
Exactly.
Lucky for you. We have an endurance companion program available on the app. So it sounds like you're already doing motivation. You already have access to the programs on the HASfit app. So we do offer the endurance program, which is built for people like yourself who are maybe training for a marathon or who are cyclists, maybe triathlon training, swimming, whatever it is that you're doing. That would be a better program for you.
Yeah, totally.
Than motivation.
Yeah. So I see what you're trying to accomplish, which is like, you're trying to balance your volume. Like one of the things about the motive program is it includes some occasional like split training, like a chest and tricep workout or like a back and bicep workout, etc. And again, that's designed because it's a 5-day-a-week program. Where the endurance companion program does pretty much strictly like total body training. So like on those days that you are doing strength training, you're getting everything, and that will like complement your running, as well as there's a lot of extra mobility work in there. Because one of the things with runners and endurance trainers is your body ends up taking a beating more so than just like a traditional, like doing traditional fitness. So there's like, extra hip mobility stretches, etc. To help you along the way. So definitely recommend switching over to the endurance companion, and it'll like fit perfectly with that 3-day-a-week running schedule that you have. I think.
So Sandor's wife,
so from pregnancy,
looks like she may have a little bit. So again, I don't know if pregnancy caused some sort of abdominal muscle strain, or if you're just referring to like diastasis recti, where you have the separation in the middle of the abdomen.
Probably.
I'm assuming that you're referring to diastasis recti. We do have. Do we have? Because I shot 2.
Yeah. Well, they're available in in our pregnancy program, our prenatal program, the diastasis recti core workouts, but they're also available like on YouTube on the website. So you just search like HASfit diastasis recti. There's a specific routine for that, so it's definitely different than like our traditional ab workouts.
Right.
Like I would even go as far to say our traditional ab workouts may exacerbate the issues. So I would actually stay away from those.
Correct. Just depending on, of course, diastasis recti, if that did develop. But also keep in mind that if she is postnatal, that she can also still do the prenatal program. It's not just for pregnancy, but also if you are healing and you still want to get back into some activity, I definitely do recommend the prenatal, the HASfit Mama program.
Yeah, definitely. And so from Lee says, we are in Utah also. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, hi.
Where in Utah are you, Lee? We are in Heber City.
Heber City, which is about 20 miles south of Park City, Utah.
Yep. The host, Boomer Warrior here. Oh, my IG name. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Got it. Same person. Thanks for the tip on Endurance Companion. I missed that on the website. I will switch in maybe in off season from running training and switch back to motive. I think that's a great idea.
I think one of the great things to prevent boredom in your training is just switch it. Switch up your training. Like postnatally, I've just focused on gaining strength, and I'm about to switch it to more of a high intensity / running.
She's been saying that for about a month now. That hasn't happened yet though, but still holding out hope.
I'm nervous.
But yeah, I do the same thing. Like during the winter months, I'm more focused on like strength training and maybe like more. I'll hit the heavy bag more often. In addition to like HIIT workouts. But then when the summer comes and it's nice, I like to get out just like as an excuse to get outside. I like to do trail running. So then that's kind of my cardio, if you will. And then so I'm complementing that with strength training. So but just kind of keep it, just keep it fresh.
Keep it interesting.
Yeah, exactly. It's really, everyone wants to ask like, what's the best exercise? And it's really like what you enjoy.
Exactly. Yeah, what do you enjoy?
And that's like what you'll stick with. So there's another question from CHG. I'm not sure if that's like a acronym or if it's your entire name, so I'm not going to try to pronounce it. I have used Curve's exercise machines for years, and would you be able to do some videos that mimic the machine exercises so I can get a similar workout using your video? And considering I'm over 60 years old, I want to do 12 reps. I do 12 reps each machine 2 times through the machines. Could call the videos strength sets for 60s. That's an interesting idea. So yeah, Curves, just for those of you who aren't familiar, it's like a machine circuit. They set up, like one push, one push overhead, one pull overhead, one leg. So they're kind of like a little bit of everything, which isn't actually too dissimilar to everything that we do. We essentially, our routines essentially enable you to do the same thing, but without machines. If you're looking for something like very similar, maybe like you don't want to use free weights, I'd actually recommend you try some of our resistance band workouts. They'll give you kind of a similar feel where you have resistance on both ends of the move, but without having to use handheld dumbbells if that's not something that you want to do. So maybe check out some of our resistance band workouts. I think that might be like a comparable feeling for you in your training.
Yeah.
Sandar said he will meet a coach who will show you what you can do at home, but then we'll show him a few videos of you and talk to him about what. You understand?
Yeah, so it sounds like, because they're in Hungary,
Okay.
So she may have, sometimes postnatal care is a standard of care for women.
Yeah.
In other European countries. Come on, America, get with the program. So it sounds like she may have somebody who is coming to the house to help her heal. And then they're just going to see if they're comparable is what I'm getting from that.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
if she has postnatal care, that's amazing, tremendous. If she's having a PT, then for sure, see if that's something that she can do.
Another question that was submitted ahead of time from Catherine. First of all, thank you for your chair videos. I find them so motivating and helpful. That's awesome to hear, Catherine.
Yes.
And she's able to do 90% of the exercises, but like 10% are not possible. I have a slowly progressive neurological genetic disease. I use a walker, leg braces, and also have developed scoliosis, which has given her some rounding of the back and shoulders, so she needs to strengthen those areas, and she also has some rotator cuff issues. So her question is, do you have any chair-modified exercises for stretching the neck, shoulders, and back, like the standing and floor stretches that you have? She says, I could modify most of the exercises outside of like the standing against the wall due to balance issues.
Okay.
She said, hard to concentrate on a stretch when you stand like a drunken sailor. LOL. Okay. So a few notes. Most of our like stretching exercises, like for instance, like the neck exercise, like our neck stretching routine, we do it standing just because, but you could easily just do that in a chair, seated. Same thing with the shoulder. There might be like one exercise, like you mentioned, like up against the wall. Just skip that one. You know, like it's okay. Like you don't have to do every single one. The back one would definitely be harder. I think we probably have to like create like a specific chair, lower back stretching routine, which is actually a good idea. I could see that being useful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you don't feel comfortable going down onto the floor. You know, I think most of those moves are on the floor, so I don't know what your comfort level is on the floor with the lower back one, which would be best if you could just do that. But I do like the idea of creating a lower back.
That's a good idea.
Chair routine. I think that's definitely something. So thank you for that idea, Catherine. That's definitely something we could add to our repertoire.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're sorry about the feed. We got started a little late, and I think, you know, probably about, I can already see the messages post chat of what happened. I clicked on it and I wasn't able to get there. I mean, I know we shared the link in the chat, but I know that's not always easy to find.
Yeah, sorry.
I know. Well, you know, so sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. If it looks like we're probably about fresh out of questions here. So thank you for your time today. And next month we'll try to get it right.
Get it together.
Get it together.
Coach Kozak.
No more switching up how we're doing these. We're going back to.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I said we're going back to the old way. Did it for 2 years. Never had an issue. Anyway, so thank you for your patience with us, and thank you for your continued support.
Yes.
We couldn't do this without you. Thanks for coming to hang out with us for a little while as well.
Everybody have a great weekend. Have lots of family time, exercising, whatever makes you happy.
Until next time, I'm Coach Kozak.
I'm Claudia.
And we will see you at your next workout.